Okay. All right. So we are live again. Social media, I'm sure you all can hear me pretty well. This YouTube was where the actual podcast is controlled by having some issues. So we're trying to see if I'm able to, you can hear me now and with the new podcast. I got people messaging me, I can't hear you. Let's try it again. Let's try this again. And what I'll do. All right, now we're going to see if the microphone has an issue. So can you all hear me now? Perfect. There we go. All right. So I knew, first time around you get glitches. You get glitches first time around. But we're back. And so hopefully my YouTube subscribers can come back on. Let them know I started a new live. And I don't know what the issue there was, but we're back. We're back, everyone. So again, welcome. I'll let some people get a chance to get back. Thank you those who are watching on social media platforms, Facebook. Again, actually streaming from Mother Phillips' page. I still have it, and so streaming from her as we are trying to. Okay, Madison said that's good. It's good. All right, so you all can hear me. I told her to get into the new one too, so I want to make sure people can hear me. So we're on YouTube. YouTube sounds great now. Some people jumped off probably of YouTube and went to social media platform. But listen, we are here tonight. We are talking. Now, I want to set the tone. Let's start with this. This podcast is all about, and kind of like why I decided to create it. Now, it's my theme or my title for the podcast is what I really want to say. But here is, thanks, Thomas. Here is the kicker, though. This is a platform where you actually call in, and you can listen to, listen to the comments. You can call in, make comments, and so forth. And I'm sorry, you all. I have people trying to get in. So let me send that message to them right now. Let them know you can come in now and listen, because some people don't have Facebook, especially some of the older audiences don't have Facebook. And so YouTube is a better platform for them. But it's called What I Really Want to Say. But I'm going to say what I really want to say without saying it. All right. You're right. Thank you. Thomas says, you are not a pastor on this podcast. That's right. So I'm not. That's why I got Mr. Vic Phillips. I'm not a pastor on this podcast. And so if you came to here and think you're going to get a sermon in church, you're on the wrong podcast. If you want to be slayed in the spirit, if you want to be anointed with some oil until your face get greasy, you're on the wrong podcast. If you want to hear somebody speaking in tongues, you're on the wrong podcast. So none of that. All right. The Bible even said there's a time and place for everything. And tonight on Tuesdays at 7 p.m., the time right at 7 p.m. is not to be in that mode. So just want to let you know. Great. I'm glad people are actually got in now on YouTube. So great. So we have some on YouTube, some on Facebook. This is great. So again, this is not Pastor Mode. We're going to talk about things that people want to talk about. People sometimes are afraid to talk about. So it's going to be candid. I'll tell you up front, I will laugh. Don't think I'm laughing at you. I'm just laughing because what you're saying is funny. So, or maybe I am laughing at you. I don't know. I'm just messing. But I will laugh. This is we're going to be loose. We're going to be relaxed and talk about these various topics. Now, if you want to call in, jot it down, write it down, text it. I want to give you the call-in number. The call-in number tonight is 513-930. 513-930-2950. Again, that's 513-930-2950, and you'll be live right on the podcast with me to give your opinions. Now, listen, there is some time frames, and so if you do go on and on and on, I'll let you know. Like, hey, all right, time is up. Can you kind of wrap it up? Wrap it up, preacher. Wrap it up. And if you can't wrap it up, then I'll just wrap it up for you by disconnecting the call. All right. I don't know what else to do because we want to get other callers in. So I personally want to kind of like a tribute, right? I want to honor my mother. Today is her birthday. We would have been celebrating some type of way, maybe this past weekend or the weekend to come. She liked birthday celebrations. She liked family gatherings, and I wanted to step out. This podcast is me stepping out, and it's really stepping out, really kind of out of my norm, right? And I said, what a day to do on her birthday. And for those that's been following me, I've been talking about results. Like, this is the year of results. This is the year of just step out, go ahead and do it, make it happen. And some people didn't know what was going to happen. Some people I actually shared with Facebook a while back, said, hey, I want to do this podcast thing. And so here I am attempting it. I need you to help me. So now I just wanted to give just a moment of silence of recognition, a moment of silence of reflection for Mother Phillips. Thank you all. Thank you all. We love her. She's always and forever in our hearts. We want to kick it off. And one last thing before I do kick it off. I will be remiss not to really have a moment of just prayer and solitude for those also in Los Angeles with the wildfires. We are praying for that situation and just praying that things work out. And things are bad right now, but let's continue to remember them in our thoughts and our prayers. All right. Okay, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. What does this first episode mean? Listen, I want to deal with this. What would you say? I'm going to talk to the audience. What would you say the role, right, of social media? When you talk about social media, let's dive into it. What are some of the most do's and don'ts when you're dealing with social media and you're in either a relationship or a marriage, right? You're married or in some type of relationship engagement. What are some of those do's and don'ts? Is there rules of engagement, right? If you are in a relationship, Victor, what are you saying? So, for example, and every once in a while you'll hear me say my other title. So I'm trying to remember, Victor. Victor, what are you saying? So, in relationships, give me an example. Some people have relationships, right? They're in a relationship and they do not believe in having their spouse, which is interesting, their spouse or significant other on their social media. Do you think that it's kind of like crazy to say, hey, I got Facebook, TikTok, and I don't want you, somebody give me something back there. I don't want you to be a friend with me because you be tripping. You be tripping. Are you the one? YouTube, as you see me looking up, I'm looking up too because I got various cameras, angles. But would you have an issue if your mate says, hey, I have Facebook, but I don't want you to be my friend on Facebook because I know how you trip? Is there some rules of engagement? Now listen, I want you to talk to me, I want you to have a conversation with me. Is there some rules of engagement? Do you think that it is okay for a person to say, hey, I love you, baby, I love you, sweetie, you just can't be my friend on social media? Because if you're my friend on social media, I know how you're going to analyze, how you're going to look at this, how you're going to look at that. Somebody says they must be for the streets. Now, for those that are perhaps maybe on YouTube or some other platform that don't know what that terminology means, I really don't know. But I think it means that when someone says you are for the streets, meaning that you're not the only person in their life that they are dealing with in a relationship on a romantic level. So when they say they're for the streets, they don't want you to be their friend on social media because perhaps they are for the streets. Now listen, but is it cool? Is it? I mean, why can't you not be friends? Hey, I see you every day. We're at home every day. You're my wife, you're my husband. I don't need you to be on that platform, right? With me. I see you. It's the people on social media that don't see you, right? So why trip if I don't want to be your friend on social media? Now, listen, again, we can have this conversation because perhaps maybe you're listening. Yeah, it's for everybody. Maybe you're listening and has similar situations. And now, listen, now I'm not going to tell you to call in and tell your business, right? But maybe you have similar situations where you're like, I just don't want to be friends with my significant other on social media because some people say, I just want to keep the peace. I just want to keep the peace. And if I'm friends with them, now I am not going to mess with genders and I'm not going to be that gender biased. But I think certain genders, when it comes to social media, certain genders have this type of detective spirit. They will look and they will analyze. Let me see who liked that post, who loved that picture. Why are you loving another man's picture? Why are you loving another? Here's rules of engagement. Can you heart the opposite sex picture? Like these are things that come up where make people antsy and people don't want to talk about it. So if you're in a relationship right now and your spouse it's a man, and he buff, his muscles popping out, and she hearts his picture. Is that okay? That she hearts his picture? Because now, if she hearted, I guess that means she likes what she sees. Is it okay if you're in a relationship and you see a man picture and you heart it? Is that wrong? I mean, your heart is with the one that you're with. You're just hearting the picture because he looks good and buff. You're probably mad, not mad, but and maybe the one you're with is not like good and buff. And so you're like, I like that. And so you heart it. And maybe you say, look, baby, look at him. He buff, ain't he? Yeah, yeah. And then he's like, why you heart his picture? Why you heart his picture? So what are these rules? Listen, if you want to call in, you can call in, have a conversation. Don't be afraid to talk to me. Listen, I want to hear your perspective, right? The number to call in is 513-930-2950. Again, that number is 513-930-2950. We're talking about rules of engagement. Now, you also can text comments too in YouTube. If you got comments in YouTube, or questions and whatever, you can put that in the chat as well. And I'll try to field some of those questions because sometimes people don't want to call in. They don't like their voice. I don't know if I like my voice or not either, but it is what it is. But what's your thoughts on these things? Because is there certain rules that you have to establish before getting into a relationship, right? Is there some rules you got to establish? Oh, here's another one. Had a situation like that with an ex. I really think it can be two-sided. Let's talk about that two-sided. I want to know what you're talking about when you say two-sided. It can be two-sided because then ex is a whole nother conversation too as well. You may not be talking about that, but there's some people feel that when you're in a relationship and on social media, if you have ended a relationship with someone, then they shouldn't even be your friend on social media. Again, expectations prior to getting together, but then also some conversations sometimes it's hard to set every expectation. You just kind of get there when you get there, right? So you don't be on a date and like, all right, here's my expectation list. No friends with exes on social media. Some things is just, it comes as it come along, and then you set those expectations. And then that person still has the right to say, you're crazy, right? Like, why do you have a problem if my ex is a friend? I'm with you. I love you. I'm married to you. They're just an ex. That's social media. It's not real anyway, but people really lose it. YouTube, people really lose it when when people are friends with their ex. So let's talk about the rules of engagement. First of all, when you're in a relationship with someone, either it's boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife. Is it appropriate? The first question was, if your mate says, I don't want to be your friend on social media because I already know you. I'm already social with you. I'm already social with you. So I don't want to be your friend on social media. I don't want to see what you post. Now, if you want to if you post something and want to show it to me, in person, hey, that's cool. But do we really have to be friends considering that I see you every day? We talk every day. We're already social. Is that a problem if your mate feel that way? Have you ever experienced that in a relationship? Facebook, YouTube, have you ever experienced it where it's like, hey, I do have social media, but I don't want you as a friend? Would that make you feel some type of way? Would that make you feel like you said, Thomas? Well, are you for these streets? Are you for these streets? Does that mean you for everybody and you don't want me to see your posts? Or is it because some people are like, I just don't want you in my post? Now, here's things that I've heard this. And I heard it from actually a couple of guys. Guys have said, and I saw one woman posted too, like, hey, when we get married, just know we can be friends on social media, but I don't need you commenting on everything that I post just to make yourself known as Mr. or I'm the Mr. or I'm the Mrs. How do you feel about that too? Because some people say, hey, you know what? I don't mind being friends on social media, but don't be weird. Don't be kind of weird about it. Like every time I post something, you're heartening, you're saying, Now, again, some people say, hey, that's a problem. Some people say, hey, I'm okay with that because you know what? That's the person I love. And a heart or a like in some way on social media is showing a sense of support. Right? And so who much more to support you than the person that you're with? So, that's cool, right? Hey, I'm hardened and I'm liking it because I support you. I'm with you. But on the other spectrum, what I really want to say, or do I really want to say this? Too much of it makes it seem like, you're just trying to be seen. Like, I'm just messing with y'all. All right, look, now listen, I have probably over right now 12 people watching. 12. All right, thank you. I'll take my 12. All right. We're gonna get it up soon. All right. I got some on YouTube, some on Facebook. Okay, so you know what? Here is my daughter. That's right. She's actually watching. She says if they don't want you following their social media, then she said they don't want you following their social media. They're probably posting sneaky stuff. That's why they don't want you to follow, because they're posting sneaky stuff. And I think a lot of people probably say there's something you're probably hiding there, player. Or what if some people are just different and built different, right? And they're like, I want my social media to be just for me. Why do we always got to share everything? Why can't it just be for me? Why can't it just be for me? Why can't that just be my social media? Let me have this. We share. You share houses, you share beds, you share food. Can I just have my social media to myself? Let me see. So you just laughing. All right. I think people focus too. Okay, here's another perspective. Thank you. Sometimes people focus too much. They put too much into social media, right? That's another perspective. Like, it's just social media. Now, I will say, what I really want to say, you don't know, because that's the way the show is lined out. I won't listen throughout the show. I will tell you what I really want to say, but you don't know which one it is. You went hard for that point, baby. That's what you really want to say. You don't know. I'm gonna go hard for the point that I probably don't believe in, or for the point that I do believe in it. Do believe in. But I think we have to have a conversation, because what we think is normal is not necessarily normal. Let's talk about that. What you think is normal is not necessarily normal. So most people probably would think it's normal that people in relationships share social media, or what you call it, they are friends on social media, right? They think that's normal. Well, just because somebody think from a different perspective and say, I don't want my wife to be my Facebook friend. She's my wife, and she's my real friend. Nah, you hiding something. No, I want social media to be for me. Is there things like what guys do? And it's crazy because I'm a guy, but I'm trying to think. Is there things that guys do that they feel like I just want this for me. I don't want, my wife to be a part of this. I want to just have this for me. I think, when you think about that, some guys have men caves, right? And at that time, they're like, hey, this is my man cave. And in that man cave, they put the type of furniture they want. They decorate the man cave how they want it. And the wife understands this is his spot. Don't mess with it. Let me give this spot to him. He has this one corner in the house, and the wife has the other 5, 6, 7 bedrooms. And he said, I just need this one spot just for me to come to decompress, whatever. And so that's his spot. And most women will say, okay, that's cool. I'll deal with it. So if a man said, hey, social media is that important to me that I want this to be mine. I don't want you to be my friend on on Facebook. I just want it for me. Is that guy wrong? Is that woman wrong? Because maybe not a guy, maybe it's a woman, and maybe that woman is for the streets. Maybe that woman is for the streets, and she don't want. And that's the reason why she don't want her man to be her friend on Facebook. Hey, let's talk about it. If you are watching and don't mind calling in, you don't mind hearing your voice, let's call in. The number is 513. Somebody gonna call 513-930-2950. Again, that's 513-930-2950. We are talking about the rules of social media engagement when you are in a relationship. The do's and the don'ts. Sorry, I had to take a little swivel there. So the second one we're dealing with, when you talk about it, see, with the man cave, they can still come in and bother you. True. Point well taken. But with if you're not a friend on social media, I guess you can't come in and bother him because you're not his friend. Unless he posts public, then like, hey, you can, like, God forbid he blocks you. Like, I don't even want you to see my public stuff. I'm gonna block you. I don't know. That's some deep. That's an interesting relationship right there. But I wish. Well, I don't say I wish, but I really wish I could see that post that I saw. It's been about a year now, and wish I would have screenshot it so I can read it verbatim how he said it. He's like, "Hey, when I get married, I don't want my wife to be my friend on social media." And he had about 200-300 comments. People like, why? That sounds a little fishy to me. And he says that he feels that when they are friends, and I think because of him being in a relationship prior, that his woman had to always make her presence known on his post. So what that did was it put like a bad taste in his mouth, and he's like, I don't want you to be my friend on Facebook. No. Because you're going to be trying to make your presence known. I don't know what that is. What's that called? What is that called when people, try to make themselves known on Facebook? I'm trying to get the term. I thought I had the term down here. I don't know if is it trolling? Is it trolling or clout chasing? I don't know. When you think about these things, like what causes this behavior? Because some people can be very honest. If you're very honest, that's watching on YouTube, also watching on Facebook. Have social media ever been an issue of contention in your relationship? Has it? I'll wait. Now, some people say you ain't been in my business, Vic. I ain't telling my business. Hey, you gotta tell your business. We don't even care about your business now. So one person says yes, and I thank you for that truthful response. Yes, but the point is that she just made, trust has to be there. I had this whole and here's another trust comment too. It's kind of like married individuals that want to live in separate houses. That's some strong trust. And somebody said, absolutely yes. So if social media has been like an area of contention in your relationship, and you value your relationship, your marriage, you just cut it off. Because you got to understand, certain people are in certain levels in their life where some people maybe have some level of trust or insecurity issues, right? But I kind of the interesting part about living in separate houses. Recently, someone was, I think, at the barbershop, they were saying, somebody was saying that if they got married, they would like to live in a separate in a separate house. I don't know what the swinging thing we got going on. I don't know. Of course, no, it couldn't be swinging, because swinging, they'll be all in the same house swinging together. I don't know. Anyway, anyway, I don't know. Separate houses. I mean, that's funny. You know, growing up and watching I Love Lucy. I don't know if you remember. That's showing my age. I Love Lucy. Do you remember that I Love Lucy and Lucy and Ricky? They slept in separate beds. You know, and I've heard people sleep in separate beds because some people don't get comfortable with people in their bed, right? So, and that's a whole nother thing. Like, you're in a relationship and you sleep in separate beds. I don't know, but you know, hey, you're married and you're like, hey, you know what? But I think also it was because of TV. Back then, TV did not allow people to see people in the bed together because of you know that's how it was back then. Now they show everything back now. They show more than just them in the bed. Yeah. All right. But all right. I digress. What we going to? Question. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great. So the second one that we talked about, is it appropriate if you are in a relationship, marrying, all that good stuff, and you see, for example, a man see a woman, she looks very nice. I mean, she looks, she just looked nice, 36, 24, 36. Oh, what a winning hand, that stuff. And he hearts it. If you're a man, sisters watching, I got sisters and men watching, sisters that's watching, ladies that's watching. If your man heart another woman's picture, is it going to be a long night? So he hearts it, right? Because evidently he loves heart. Did that thing work on my phone? I don't know if that works or not. It's supposed to show something. Maybe it's only when you text it. If he hearts another woman's picture, is he out of order? Come on, women, let me hear you. Men, let me hear you too. If he hearts another woman's picture, or if you heart another man's picture, yeah, because it ain't just one-sided now. It don't get there. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? My parents did a separate bed thing for a long time. We later found out they were done. Oh, they were done with the relationship. Yeah, I can see that. I ain't sleeping with you. I'm gonna go over here to the guest room. Yep. Bertha, I'm going to the guest room. Tired of you, Bertha. I'm tired of you nagging every day. You ain't cooking. You ain't cleaning. I'm out here working 18 hours, and I come home, and you going to give me some hot dogs and some baked beans? I don't know, Bertha, look, I'm going to the other room. No. Now, I can see couples doing that other room because they just mad at each other. So, again, depends on the trust. I got a comment here. Depends on the trust. And that's the I don't know if I should have said your Bertha. I don't know. Just use Bertha. I'm just using facetious characters. You talk about trust. I'm a fan of it, right? Trust, and trust is a 5-letter word, but is not so easy to do, in my opinion. Trust is like a 5-letter word that is, it's only 5 letters. It's easy to spell too. Trust. Do you know what that means? Trust. Respect. Yeah, just a little bit, but it's a small 5 letters, but it can be very difficult, right? Because I think most people trust when it's safe or it looks safe, right? When it doesn't look safe, then it's like, I don't know, seems a little fishy, right? So when you say, hey, I don't want you to be my friend on Facebook, what you hiding? Well, I'm not hiding anything. And if you trust me, then you won't be thinking I'm hiding anything. Just think, you just feel that that's my decision. At the end of the day, it's his or her decision to say, hey, I want you to be my friend on Facebook because it's my decision. For real though. Right? They can say that. But let's go here a little step further. If that's the conversation, would that be a deal breaker? Because I want to see how powerful Facebook or social media is, not just Facebook, YouTube, whatever, TikTok, whatever, which we don't know how TikTok will go in the future. But is that a deal breaker? Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. YouTube, Facebook, is that a deal breaker? Make sure I didn't miss a call. Okay. Make sure, is that a deal breaker? If a person says, hey, I love you. I mean, I just love you so much. I just really love you. You're the best thing since Wonder Bread. But I don't want you to be my friend. Would you say, well, I can't be in a relationship with you if I can't be your Facebook friend? Because people say, no, Facebook is not that serious. It's not the big deal. But if your person tells you, I don't want you to be my friend on Facebook, would you say, let's go ahead and end this relationship? Because if you are honest and you would say that, right, then that tells me Facebook is a bigger deal than we say it is, or social media in general. I keep saying Facebook, but social media in general is a bigger deal than what we really say it is. Okay, we got one say, no, it's not that serious. And I think, I guess to each is their own, but I got to really believe, y'all. I have to really believe that I feel people will end their relationship if their mate says, I don't want you to be my Facebook friend. I believe it. You can't tell me otherwise. Or they may stay in that relationship, but guess what? It's going to come up every once in a while. Well, I would know if I was your friend on Facebook, but you don't want me to be your friend, so I can't keep up what's going on. Yeah, I would know. Yeah, my other friend told me what you posted, but I said, I would have known, but I ain't your friend on Facebook. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, you have a problem with it. Don't be up here purple line. Somehow, I'm gonna end my relationship because I can't. Yeah, some of y'all probably would. You don't got to say it. We all family here. We'll just keep it in between. We'll keep it between you and I. That's what we'll do. But the hearting, guys, I didn't hear you. So the hearting, because I think people for the most part is okay. If you like, I don't even know. Some people probably be mad if you like a woman's picture or a man's picture. You like what you see, huh? Oh, I see you liking men's pictures all day. Yeah, I see you. I see you liking. You doing a lot of liking women's pictures. Some of those same women are my friend, and you just liking my friend's pictures. What you like them? Nah, baby, I don't like them. Well, why are you liking their pictures? Because what you gonna say, man? What are you gonna say? Why are you liking her picture? What are you gonna say? Because I like what I see. What are you gonna say? Because I thought she looked cute, or I liked it because the caption was very captivating. That's why I liked it. I loved it because the caption, she had a great caption. It was so motivational. It was, she had on something that was a little really fitted and looked really nice. But I wasn't heartened because of that. I was heartened because she said God is good all the time. Oh goodness, y'all. This thing, social media, I'm telling you, relationships is a trip that we can look at it from so many different perspectives. I'm telling you. So we got a comment. Let's see. Somebody said people will just create a fake page to follow you, right? So, I can't be his friend, or I can't be her friend. I'm gonna make me a page. I'm gonna call myself Tyrone. And so I'm gonna, maybe even send her a friend request and see if she friend Tyrone. Oh, you can friend Tyrone. You don't even know Tyrone. You don't even know Tyrone is really me. I'm Tyrone. But you know what? When you need my help, when you need my help, you better call Tyrone. Call him. All right, I'm being funny. Georgetta, I see you. They will make a fake page though. I get it. So you guys, I think you guys are afraid to answer that question. Is it inappropriate? And I think one person answered here on YouTube. She said, no, it depends on trust. But is it inappropriate for your mate to and like I said, definitely hard. I think sometimes you can get away with just liking, but when you hard it, like, oh, so you love her now? You love her, don't even know her? Yeah, yeah. Is it okay to hard it? If she has a nice outfit, and she has a semi motivational quote, if you hard it, will that cause some tension in the room? Yeah. Do you think social media has done more harm than good in society? Let me hear from you. What do you think? Has social media done more harm than good? Because I think social media is a good platform, right? Good platform to share, the news, share business, for business purposes, and also connecting with friends and family, and maybe some people that you haven't seen before. But do you think social media has actually done more harm to relationships than good? And if it has done more harm than good, do you think that perhaps maybe there is some reality to maybe we don't need to be Facebook friends, or maybe nobody in the house needs Facebook? If Facebook is going to be a contention, going to cause contention in the household, baby, how about we both delete our page? What say you? Now, I gave you two scenarios, right? Two scenarios. The third scenario. You ready? It's the third and last scenario. Yeah. Someone said harm has done more harm for relationships. You guys know why? That's my 80 babies. I don't know how many 80s babies I have out here, right? Now some of y'all 70s and 60s, God bless you. My 80s babies. Y'all remember that when a man was trying to get on with you, he had to do what? Hey, baby, can I get your phone number? What's your digits? That's what they said back then, I guess. What's your digits? I didn't say that because I grew up in church, and we was kind of a little on the strict side. So I would probably be more like, hey, you want to go to church? You want to go to church with me? Well, we'll see where it goes from there. But I say 70s in the house. But listen, back in the day when you wanted somebody's, you're interested in somebody, boy or girl, you asked for their phone number. And that woman would give you her number, or the man would give you their number. Typically, most of the time, it was men, because men are considered the pursuers, right? They like the predators, and the women like the prey. Like, oh, leave me alone. Oh, leave me alone. Boy, you funny. I ain't interested in you. Here's my number, though. Looking up. And so we asked for the phone numbers. Y'all did. And that's how we gain access to them. Well, fast forward, men don't have to ask for your phone number. They can. Now what they can do, they can just do what? Send you a Facebook request. And perhaps you're not even interested in that man. You're not even interested in him. But because he sent you a Facebook request, you just think it's an innocent request. Okay, he's just, cool. You hit that accept button. You hit that confirm button. Was it confirm? I think confirm button. And as soon as you hit that confirm button, you're like, hey, what's up? He's slid into your DM. For those that are watching that are perhaps, born in the 60s or 70s, DM is he direct messages you, right? The difference is with DMs is not a public, it's not public, so people don't see it. But when you DM, it's more of a it's private and intimate conversation, right? So back then, you had to do what? You had to give him your number. But now, he just send you a friend request, right? What are we talking about? You got came in late. This black. Now, I'm going to tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about the do's and the don'ts of relationships when social media is involved. That's what we're talking about, right? So what I was saying is that back in the day, we needed her phone number to have access to her. Now we don't. We just need her to accept our friend request. And even that, you don't even have to accept the friend request. You can just do what? You can still DM her, and like if you're like me, or I don't know, most people like this. When it's not your friend, it goes into that other box, the filtered or the trash box, And they can still, but you can still see it, right? You can still see it and click on it, and then now they have you, right? You're in a great relationship, but now Tyrone has access to you because you accepted his friend request. He didn't even have to ask for your phone number. He has access to you. Not only can he write you, but dude can guess what? He can call you via Facebook. Not only can he call you via write you and call you, he can video chat you. So now you can even see him in person. So now he has access to you. So it's different, right? Times have changed, right? Times has definitely changed. See comment. We have a comment here. So messenger. He said it was for marketing and that he interacts with women because women brings in the money. So that, hey baby, look, my page is gonna be flooded with women because I am creative marketing content director, and my content that I market is women, and so women are gonna be hitting me in my DM. But don't worry because you trust me. You trust me, baby. It ain't about that. It's all business. It's all business. It's all business. Okay. Yeah, Tyrone is crazy, Amy. Wait a minute. I'd be scared to accept requests for that very reason. Let's be honest. There's a woman here says I'd be afraid to accept because it's like, especially you don't know me. So why you want to accept me? Do people Victor? Okay, so those that came on, I'm Victor. Okay, don't be judging me. Don't be judging me, y'all. Don't be judging me like that. Don't look at me like that. All right. Don't judge me. Now, listen, this podcast will probably going to end 5 minutes early tonight because I am doing a dinner. I'm doing dinner later on. I'm going to just reflect on my mom. And so I am going to make sure I look at the clock here. And also, real quick, let me order my Uber because I don't want to drive. What is it? Okay. Hold tight real quick. Yeah. Real quick. There we go. Check. Okay. So, because sometimes it takes a while. I'm sorry, y'all. It takes a while for Ubers to get to me out here. I'm out here in the get out area. I'm just playing. All right, cool. Gonna be a long wait, but that's okay. So it is about respect. It is about respect. But here's I didn't forget where I was going. I want y'all to think I forgot. When you're saying you're scared to accept requests, because at the end of the day, when people send you a friend request that don't know you, there has to be some. What's the why behind it, right? What's the why? Why you don't know me? Why are you sending me a friend request? Now, there's a couple reasons. Some people do send a lot of friend requests because they are very pro networking. I'm talking about real networking. I know you're saying you're part about networking with marketing and so forth. But some people are really into networking and they try to get their following up. And so they just probably go on Facebook and say, friend request, click friend request. And then Facebook puts suggestions, and you say, okay, boom, 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 yeah, suggest. So it's probably networking. For me, a lot of times, like for example, for me, I think the more that with my TikTok and Facebook, the more people that we have on there that either I'm talking, either giving employment opportunities, or for a lot of times just promoting the church, the more the merrier. They can get it out there, people can share, networking, those type of things. But then you have other people that really don't have any business. Right. So I get business people probably do it. Right. But the other people just like, I'm just on here just to see what's going on. For people that's like, I'm just on here to see what's going on. Why would they send you a friend request if they didn't know you? Now, here you go. Don't judge me. I think, though, the more interesting you look, you probably get more friend requests. When I say interesting, you look like you probably got something going on. You probably, probably a good person to know. The more you are attractive, right? You're going to get more friend requests. I'm telling you, when you're attractive, you attract people. That's why it's called attractive, right? When you're not attractive, you scare them off. They ain't seeing no friend requests. Yeah, they see your picture, they're like, uh, uh, and then they see your beautiful picture, like, oh yeah. So you got those people. Some of y'all watching now, y'all fall in that category of friend requests. Oh, I'm gonna send her a friend request. And then others that may be watching, you may fall in the category of, I don't know if you with the crew or you with the let me send her a friend request crew. I'm just playing with y'all. You're all beautiful. You're just all beautiful souls in the mighty name of. Oh, sorry, this is not church. All right. So attraction attracts, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you got to be very careful who you add on the Facebook. So my last question. Oh, I got to go, y'all. The time is getting to me. An Uber is taking forever. My other question. Here you go. I need to hear from you. The rules of engagement. You ready? Yeah, you're right. I've heard it. Women get flooded with tons of requests and DMs on a daily basis. Men, why are y'all so thirsty? Huh? Do the old-fashioned way. Go find her outside. Like, hey, hello, my name is Tyrone. And I saw you and you caught my eye. And I was like, wow, I've never seen beauty in such a manner as this. And so I just want to take this time to say, ask you a question. Are you single? And she say, yeah. Oh, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that because I'm single, you're single, and let's see where this goes. Hey, let me give you my number because I don't want to put no pressure. I don't want to take your number. Let me give you my number. So if you're interested, maybe we can go on and have some coffee at Starbucks, or maybe we can, go grab some lunch or something like that from a Panera, something like that. There you go. Not flutter with DMs and send pictures and all that other stuff. Like, hey, yeah, sending pictures and everything. But last point. Here you go. Last question. The rules of engagement. We're talking about the rules of engagement. Y'all, did nobody have the guts to call in? Nobody's trying to call in now because I ain't calling. I am not. I'm not answering. It's almost time to go. 513-930-2950. That number again is 513-3993. Sound like a radio person. 2950. Listen, the last question. No, that's not the line I use. The line I used was, you want to go to church? No. Here you go. Last question. Y'all keep me on post. Keep me on page. Here we go. All right. Last question. Is it appropriate to be friends with your ex on social media? Is it appropriate? Is it wrong to be friends with your ex on social media? Ooh, I got one here. That's a whole nother podcast. I've heard a lot of women say men do not know how to court nowadays. Men like, court? What's court? Oh, yeah. We can go to the court and play basketball. No, that's not court. Not that type of court, brother. Court, pursue, woo her. Make her feel like, hey, you're the best thing since Wonder Bread. All right. Take her out to eat and all that stuff. Thank you. Got a comment on YouTube. So I hear no. Somebody says yes. Let me say, you said my ex is our best friend. Me. That's I know that's a rule that you don't engage to exes being best friends. All right, ex best friends. Okay, and I think if you're not in a relationship, then you can do that. But trust and believe, if you're in a relationship and you're like, oh yeah, my best friend is my ex, huh? Your best friend used to be your ex. Now I'm your best friend, and he's no longer your friend. Period. That's what's now. I'm not saying I would say that, but some people probably would say that. All right, that's probably what some people probably would say. I don't know. But can you be friends, or should you be friends with your ex on social media? So now we have one brother say yes. He said yeah. And he probably said it because of, hey, I'm mature. We mature, and it's social media. It's not like that. I'm not social with them like that. It's just social media. When you have an understanding with your partner, it's cool. Hey, she said, when you have an understanding with your partner, it's cool. It's okay to be friends with your ex on social media. Is it okay for you to love and heart their picture? Like, oh, look what she got on, or look what he got on. I'm gonna heart it. Is that okay too? Because some of y'all are very free. Y'all some free spirits. Y'all some free at last. I'm free. Praise the Lord, free. Like, no, we cool. Hey, I can heart their picture. They can come over for dinner. I can rub their toes and everything. And maybe this my ex, It depends on the dynamics of the past relationship and maturity of the couple. Good. I think that's true. It has to be a mature couple to say, we can do this. We can they could be on my social media, and there should be no one being mad about it because we are just friends. And you say she's just a friend. And you say she's just a friend. Oh, yeah, just a friend. No, and I think, again, I'm not making fun of it because, some people have that type of relationship. And what I really want to say is, I don't know. Me, I don't know. But, to each their own, right? To each their own. Listen, y'all, I am out of time, but do me a favor. If you watched it, send some hearts, let people know. Share it too as well. Share the broadcast. I'll be back next Tuesday. And again, I just want to say happy heavenly birthday to my mom, Mother Phillips. Lost her in October. She's still here in my heart. And I appreciate her. My little lovely gift here that Miss Shalika gave me. Thank you, Shalika. I really appreciate it. This is me and my mom, and I kind of put it on and it lights up and it goes around. Really appreciate that. But again, we love you, Mom. And thank you all for watching. Invite someone next Tuesday as we continue our conversation. That's my time. I got to get out of here. I'm hungry. Have a good night. God bless you.